Okay, it is back to school time and debate time for many who have young girls in their homes who want to dress like this. Yeah, what is appropriate for our teens and tweens as they enter school? Would you let your tween daughter wear this from Abercrombie Kids, this mini skirt? We're talking mini. And this is a girl as young as 9, believe it or not. Or how about this dress? Would you say this is just a little short? Yeah, okay. Then you've got the Justice brand selling, look at this, it's a metallic lace cami. Yeah, it's for not only tweens, you can get this for girls as young as wearing a size 6, that small. That would fit, wow, that is sincerely fitting like 6-year-olds.
Good grief.
Isn't that crazy? Even Gap Kids is selling girls shorts that are so short. There's no way they could pass what the school dress codes would be, where you have to put your hand down your thigh and they have to come to your fingertips. Yeah, that's where they're supposed to come. But let's face it, they rarely do. And let's face it again, it's what they want to buy. So we have a mom panel with us today. And we're going to meet Tricia Holtkamp first. She is a mom from Dublin and the mom of an 11 and 14-year-old.
Uh-oh, right there.
And she's still smiling. I can't tell. Is it a smile or a grimace? What is that?
You have to keep a sense of humor in this
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And our Luann Stoya is here, who has gone through the tween stage and the teen stage. Yes. And now with a 17-year-old, you can relate to us what you went through. I have a 16-year-old been there. And Pete, you are just going to tell us what you think is too dirty.
I'm just saying, it is like amazing to me.
Pete's the creepy old man sitting at the end of the table.
You know, I was doing some research, and no, but I mean, I was just thinking back to like being a boy in school and everything, and what schools then thought was inappropriate, and it was nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, like the stuff you see today.
All right, so let's talk about it. What have been some of your struggles, first of all, Tricia?
My daughters have been, they really have been phenomenal.
Okay.
I think, you know, in the continuum of how it could go, I've been fairly lucky so far, knock on wood. But, you know, it's a struggle. They want to wear short shorts, and so you're constantly trying to bridge that gap of, this is okay, but that is not. So meet me somewhere in the middle.
I mean, what's their school's dress code like?
I'm sure it's like everybody else's. They want the hands to be at the side.
No, like spaghetti string camis. You're not supposed to wear things like that.
No, you're supposed to have something a little more covering, which the camis are huge now.
But I'll tell you what, you sit in a school parking lot and you watch the kids all go to their cars. They are wearing some pretty interesting clothing.
Oh, it's very true. And then Luann, I mean, then now, you know, with your daughter high school age, I mean, does it get any easier?
You know, it's always just that continuing conversation that you have. And as an example, I saw that cami. There can be a little shirt that goes over that. Those are layers. That doesn't have to be worn just naked with the cami. I mean, you can wear something with that. Or those short little skirts, you can put something underneath it.
Like leggings or something?
Leggings, Spanx, shorts, something underneath, right?
We do the layering thing. I will make that concession. You can get that cami, but it has to have the little shrug over top of it.
Right.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about what you do, because there's so much peer pressure anymore, more so than when we grew up, you know. So what do you do when they say, well, Mom, everybody's wearing it, I don't want to be that girl that stands out in the crowd? How do you tackle that one?
You know, we combat it with humor a lot and say, you know, I am so sorry that you were born in our family, because that's not okay with us. You know, too bad.
Or I just love you more than the other parents do.
Oh, yeah.
Parent shaming, that's good.
Nice.
Luann, go for it.
There you go.
No, I think it's a constant struggle. And then there's the sexuality issue, too, because they're really just starting to step into their own appreciation for the fact that they are going to be sexual beings at some point, and you don't want the boys to be really playing a role in all this.
And we were talking earlier about the shoes. The shoes are a thing. What about those big honking high heels?
Yeah.
I let my daughter, with her babysitting money, buy some big heels, and they were not comfortable for her. It was for a dance. And she said, Mom, I will never get a pair of shoes like that again. So, you know, it was lesson learned.
Let them walk around. What happens when they violate a school dress code at schools? Do you know?
Yeah, like how would you deal with that? I mean, if they did, if they came home and said, wow, you know, I got in trouble. Like maybe you see them before they go to school and then they change after they get there.
That does happen too. Well, first of all, the school might tell a girl, put your shirt on or put a little sweater on or something like that. I've seen that happen. So they'll try to address it there if possible. But students have been sent home, boys and girls. Students have been sent home from our high school. I know that for a fact.
Huh,
Yeah.
what are they sending the boys home for?
Well, you know those shorts or jeans that have the holes in them?
Yeah.
That was one violation that I know a friend's son got sent home
Okay.
to change with those on.
Well, I know the other hot debate we've had on our Facebook page all morning long were people on the boys' side talking about like the sagging pants too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's that whole issue
No.
that you deal with as
I
well.
spend half my time pulling my underwear back up. Why would I want to? What are kids thinking anymore, really?
But think
point.
about it, Sean. I've got a confession here. All right, when I was a kid, we all wanted a little bit shorter skirts, and so what we would do is my mom would send me out of the house with it, and it would look pretty long, but then I would roll it up, and then when I came back home again and get off the bus, I'd roll it back down. Later, talking to my mom, I said, you know, how did you deal with that? She goes, I knew you were doing that because I could see where the rolls were on the skirt.
That's funny.
So-
Let me ask you this. That is a school issue. Is there ever a situation where the girls are allowed to dress that way in your homes? Were they?
Well, I have another confession. I'm doing this on television.
Yes, can we bring in Dr. Phil,
I
please?
need
Right.
Dr. Phil. My daughter had a dress that she purchased to go to a dance this past year. And she said, Mom, it's great, it's neon, and I only spent $12. And I thought, yes, I'm teaching her good budgeting. Well, I hadn't really previewed it. And
Oh.
she came down in that dress for the dance. Her date was waiting downstairs. She looked fabulous, but it was really short and really tight. She looked great, but we later talked. I did not stop her from leaving the house in
Right.
that, and I'm not sure if I should have. But later we talked about it, and I said, you know, just because you can wear something doesn't mean you should. And we talked about the dress. She hasn't worn it since.
Luann's had it on twice.
We're going to see if we can find that story that you were doing where you're out in the field wearing that.
Yes.
It got the best ratings
Hey,
ever.
it's a
It
good
was
deal.
really good.
Well, you sound like you're good moms. You have good control over it, and that's the big thing. It's control. You can't
Still
just
early.
let them have. You can't let them have all the controls. You set a few standards. Yeah.
And Sean, I think it's good to have a network of other parents, other moms and dads that you talk to say, is this
Am I-
okay?
am I crazy?
You know,
Yeah.
and kind of talk about it
You do
so
that,
that
Tricia?
you stand
Absolutely.
strong.
I think that has been the biggest help because my daughter's friends dress similarly, and I'm not alone in it.
Yeah.
You know, I can say, "Oh, your best friend's mom won't let her wear that either," and so
Good.
there's some safety in that.
network.
Yeah.
It's certainly a common thing.
And then
we're all going
I guess
through.
the other beef I have is what about the people who sell these things when there's nothing else out there to get? Those short shorts
Yeah.
drive me nuts. Give me another inch of cloth, please.
We need to start making our own clothes for our children. They will love us, Luann.
One more
Nice.
thing to do.
Right.
Thank you
Thanks,
both.
ladies.
Appreciate
Thank you.
it.